You know what? The advice you've been following might be the very thing that is holding you back. Trying to appeal to everyone, being a jack of all trades, is not just unproductive. It's a surefire way to blend into the background. I learned this the hard way, and trust me, it was a painful lesson. But what if I told you there's a better way to connect, resonate, and stand out in a crowded market? In this video, I'm going to take you through my personal journey of breaking free from the trap of trying to be everything to everyone. In fact, I learned this from
Marie Forleo is a leader.
By the end of this, you will discover how to define your niche and craft a compelling brand story that not only sets you apart, but also deeply connects with your audience on a level you never thought possible. Stay with me to the end, and I promise you will walk away with actionable insights that could change the trajectory of your business and brand. A few years ago, I found myself in a tough spot, a place where many entrepreneurs find themselves at some point in their careers. I was drowning in a sea of competitors, each one offering services that looked strikingly similar to mine. Despite all my efforts, countless hours spent on marketing, networking, and refining my services, I was stuck. My brand felt generic, uninspired, and worst of all, unnoticed. It was as if I was shouting into a void, desperately trying to connect with an audience that didn't seem to care. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was just another face in the crowd. It was painful to see my hard work go unnoticed, to feel like my message was falling on deaf ears. I knew something had to change, but I wasn't sure what or how. I was in this endless cycle trying to appeal to everyone but resonating with no one. It was a frustration that many of you might relate to. The sense that you're pouring everything you have into your business but not getting anywhere. It was overwhelming and honestly disheartening. During this time of uncertainty, I stumbled upon the story of Marie Forleo, a name many of you might recognize. Marie's journey was eerily similar to mine, and it resonated deeply with me. Early in her career, she too struggled with the exact issue I was facing, trying to be everything to everyone. Marie was passionate, hardworking, and talented, but her broad approach to coaching, offering advice on everything from health to relationships to business, wasn't cutting through the noise. Her message, like mine, was getting lost because it was too vague, too unfocused. But then, Marie made a pivotal shift. She realized that to truly make an impact, she needed to narrow her focus and define her niche. She chose to concentrate on helping entrepreneurs create businesses and lives they love, using her no-nonsense, upbeat personality into everything she did. This wasn't just about choosing a niche. It was about crafting a compelling brand story that was uniquely hers. Her message of everything is figurable wasn't just a catchy phrase. It was a rallying cry that resonated deeply with her audience. It was relatable, inspirational, and most importantly, it was authentic. See how Marie transformed from a struggling coach into a global influencer by narrowing her focus and refining her message. I realized that I needed to do the same. If I wanted to stand out and truly connect with my audience, I had to stop trying to be everything to everyone and start being something specific to someone. Inspired by Marie's transformation, I began to rethink my approach. And the more I dug into the process of defining my niche and crafting my brand story, the more the benefit became crystal clear. 1. Clarity and focusing. When I narrowed down my niche, it was like a fog lifted. Suddenly, I knew exactly where to direct my energy and resources. I wasn't spreading myself thin, trying to cover all bases. Instead, I could channel my efforts into a specific area where I could truly excel. This clarity didn't just help my messaging, it transformed my entire business strategy. 2. Stronger connections. A well-crafted brand story isn't just about words, it's about connection. By sharing my personal journey, my struggles, my values, my unique perspective, I began to connect with my audience on a deeper level. I wasn't just another service provider. I was someone they could relate to, someone who understood their pain points and could offer genuine solutions. This kind of connection builds trust and loyalty, turning casual followers into devoted clients. 3. Increase credibility. Specializing in a niche positioned me as an expert in that field. Sadly, I wasn't competing with a broad swath of businesses. I was standing out as a go-to resource in a specific area. This boost in credibility made it easier for potential clients to choose me over my competitors. They saw me as someone who not only knew what they were talking about, but was passionate about solving their particular problems. 4. Greater impact. Focusing on a niche allowed me to provide more value to my clients. Instead of offering general advice that could apply to anyone, I was able to give tailored, actionable guidance that made a real difference. This not only led to better results for my clients, but also made my work more fulfilling. I was no longer just going through the motions. I was making a meaningful impact in the lives of those I served. So how can you apply these insights to your own business? Let me walk you through the steps I took to define my niche and craft a compelling brand story, steps that you can use to transform your brand as well. 1. Self-assessment. The journey begins with introspection. Take a deep look at your skills, passions, and experiences. What are you naturally good at? What problems are you uniquely equipped to solve? This step is about identifying the intersections between what you love and do and what the market needs. When you find that sweet spot, you've found your niche. 2. Identify your audience. Once you've identified your niche, the next step is understanding who you are serving. Who are the people that will benefit most from your expertise? What are their pinpoint desires and challenges? The more you understand your target audience, the better you tailor your message to meet their needs. 3. Craft your narrative. Your brand story is what sets you apart. It's not just about what you do, but why you do it. Reflect on your journey, your struggles, your successes, and the lessons you've learned along the way. Use these experiences to craft a narrative that resonates with your audience, one that communicates your values and the unique perspective you bring to the table. 4. Focus your message. With your niche defined and your brand story crafted, it's time to simplify and focus your messaging. Every piece of content you create, every interaction you have, every product or service you offer should align with your brand narrative. This consistency helps reinforce your brand in the minds of your audience and makes it easier for them to understand what you stand for. 5. Test and iterate. Finally, don't be afraid to refine your niche and brand story as you grow. As you give more clarity and receive feedback from your audience, continue to adjust your messaging to better connect with your target market. This is an ongoing process, and it's okay to evolve as your business and brand do. Looking back, the journey from feeling lost in a sea of competitors to finding my unique voice was both challenging and rewarding. I remember the frustration of feeling like I was spinning my wheels, trying so hard to make my mark but getting nowhere. Once I embraced the process of defining my niche and crafting my brand story, everything changed. It wasn't just about narrowing my focus, it was about becoming more authentic, more intentional in the way I connected with my audience. It was about understanding that I didn't need to appeal to everyone. I just needed to resonate deeply with the right people. And that shift made all the difference. My brand went from feeling generic and uninspired to something that truly reflected who I was and what I had to offer. I started attracting clients who were not only interested in my services, but who also resonated with my story, my values, and my approach. The connection was deeper, the relationships were stronger, and the impact was greater. So here's my challenge to you. Stop trying to be everything to everyone. Instead, take the time to define your niche and craft a brand story that is uniquely yours. It's not an easy process, but it's one that can transform your business and your life. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to take the first step today, whether it's through self-assessment, identifying your audience, or simply reflecting on your journey. And if you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit from hearing this message. Let's build a community of entrepreneurs who stand out not because they're trying to appeal to everyone, but because they've embraced their unique voice and making a real difference in the lives of those they serve. Remember, your story is your superpower. Use it to connect, resonate, and stand out.